everyone. In this video I'm going to show you how to use the triads of the primary chords in the key of C and the key of G. In the key of C, the primary chords are the 1, the 4, and the 5 chord, C, F, and G. So I'm going to show you how to play a C chord and an F chord and a G chord in various positions on the neck of the guitar, straight up and down the neck of the guitar. We're using the D, the G, and the B string, or strings 4, 3, and 2, whatever you want to call them. In the key of G, we're doing something similar. We're going to be playing a G triad, a C triad, and a D triad. G is the 1, C is the 4, and D is the 5. And same strings, same chord shapes. So in all, there's only 3 different chord shapes. If you don't know them already from previous video, or if you don't know them period, I'll go over them kind of quickly for you right now. The first chord shape, and it's a shape, mind you, is based on basically an F chord, or really an E chord, but let's just call it an F chord that we're moving around different places to get different chords on the neck. So here at fret 3, this is a G, a B, and a D. So that's a G chord. If I come down to fret 1 and do F, A, C, that's an F chord. If I did it here, this would be an A chord, A, C sharp, E, etc. B, C, D, E. Okay, that's one chord shape. The other chord shape is the common A chord shape, first inversion, sorry, E, A, C sharp. When you do it here, it's an A major chord. If you do it here, it's an A sharp major chord. This is a C major chord, a D major chord, an E major, all the way up and down the neck. The third chord shape, everybody knows as this. It's a D chord. But the problem is we're not playing this note on the first string. So we're going to take that note, F sharp, and we're going to put it down here on this F sharp. So I'm not going to hold it like that because it's not fun. So I'm going to rearrange my hand a little bit. I'm going to hold D with my middle finger on fret 2. I'm going to hold A on string 3, fret 2 with my pointer finger. And I'm going to hold F sharp on string 4, fret 4 with my third finger. That gives me this D, which is in the second inversion, the third, the fifth, and the root. That's a D chord. A half step higher is a D sharp chord. Another half step's an E chord. Then we have an F chord. A G chord's a whole step, an A is a whole step, a B is, etc. If you don't know what I'm talking about with that, you really want to watch some other videos. You might think about picking up some books. You should know how chords move up and down the neck, because to do this exercise, we're playing 2 keys. We're playing the key of C. So we have to play a C chord, an F chord, and a G chord. And we're going to do that all up and down the neck. And then for the G chord, you have to play the G chord is the 1, the C chord is the 4, and the D chord is the 5. So you have to play a G, a C, and a D. Hopefully you're listening, because in both keys, C is in both keys. The C chord shapes that you play are going to be the same in each key. It doesn't matter. Those 2 chords just occupy, those 2 keys have that C chord that occupies both of them. At any rate, that's a little bit too much theory maybe for you. So let me show you how this sounds. I have a backing track. There's 4 measures of a C chord that I'm going to play C, F, and G over, and then there's 4 measures of a G chord that I'm going to play G, C, and D over. Hopefully I don't hit the C on the G chord, on the G key at the wrong place, because it sounds a little wonky, but I'm just going to use my ear and correct as quickly as I possibly can if I do that and it sounds wrong. So here's just an example, then I will go over the shapes with you. Okay, you ready to learn them? It's not that hard. We're going to start down here with this C, except remember we're not playing that string, so really you're only playing E, G, and C. Oh, and by the way, since we're down here and you can see it real good, the guitar I'm playing, this is a handmade, one of a kind, one in the world guitar made by this young man, Mr. Radcliffe. It's made here in Pennsylvania. He is producing these to all kinds of wonderful specs. They sound amazing. They play like butter. It's light as a feather. It's got vintage hardware in it. It's absolutely beautiful. Absolutely one of a kind piece of art. Magnificent instrument. I'm really excited to be able to use it for some lessons for you here. Okay, back to the lesson. So anyway, we have, this is our first chord shape. E, G, and C. That's my C chord. E, G is open, but I'm putting my finger behind the nut so you have a visual, and C. Then I go to F, A, C, root position, move it up to G, B, D, root position. Just realized something earlier in the video. I said both of the keys have one chord in common. Both of the keys of C and G have two chords in common, the G chord and the C chord. At any rate, it's not that important. So the first set in the key is C. The second set in the key is C. You hold your A chord at fret 5, G, C, E. Then you make your D chord shape, A, C, F. Slide it up a whole step, G, D, B, D, G. So the second set is, then from here you go to your third set, which is your C chord in root position, fret 10, 9, 8, C, E, G, to your A chord shape at fret 10, gonna sneeze, to your G chord shape at fret 12, D, G, B, and then finally back to your C that you started on, except now you have to hold the actual note down because you're not at the nut. So let's run through them one at a time. C, F, G. Make sure, let me do it again, make sure you can see. C, F, G, C, F, G, C, F, G, C. Now we move to the key of G. For the key of G, I'm not going to start at the nut, although I probably should, but I'm just going to start here on my root position. G, C is at fret 5, D is at fret 7. Then I make my D chord shape right here at fret 7, B, D, G. That's the one chord G. Then I go to root position C, C, E, G, root position D, D, F sharp, A. So this second set goes, the third set goes to your A chord shape at fret 12, D, G, B, E, G, C, up a whole step to D, F sharp, A, D. So the third set is, and then that brings you back to where you started. So one more time all together. I hope you like this lesson. If you do, please leave that in the comments. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'm really enjoying playing this guitar this week. So I hope maybe it makes the lessons a little bit more interesting to you and sound a little bit better possibly too. So I'm just going to put that track on and jam a little bit more using only those arpeggios again. You have a great day. Play a lot of guitar, and thanks for watching.